Hey guys, how's it going? My name is George, and today I wanted to talk to you about how to use PluralEyes. It's a great software to sync your DSLR footage, or any footage really, with your externally recorded audio. This is called dual system sound recording, basically meaning that you're recording a video on a camera, of course, and then you're recording audio separate. So you can use any type of recorder. We used a Tascam DR-100 and a Zoom H4N. There's a lot of reviews out on the internet, so go do your research, but those are the things that we used. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump into Premiere Pro and show you how it's done. So this is a project that I'm working on called Ideal World. And here I have just 3 clips that we're going to be using for the demo. You can see that I marked this one bad, so we're not going to look at it. But a good idea is always to have a sync point. So if you've ever seen the clapper board, or another way they call it is the slate, you can just clap your hands if you don't have one of those. You just need some sort of visual and audio cue to have a backup to sync to, so that you know how the audio should line up with the video. So let's go select these 3 files. It's important to select them in order. So holding down Shift, I'm going to select the last one and just drag it out onto my timeline. Same with the audio. I'm only going to use channel 3 because that was our boom pole and the shotgun mic. So holding down Command this time, select these also in order so that it jumps into the timeline in order. There they are. Cool. I believe those are the right ones. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, no. I chose the bad take. Here we go. I make mistakes. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to select 3 from take 2, 3 from take 3, and 3 from this other shot. Drag them on. And the way I knew that is because the length of the audio was, drastically different from the clip of video. So we have these on our timeline. Next thing we need to make sure to do is to check for any kind of rogue clips, is what I like to call them. I just came up with that just now. But we want to know if there are any clips that we're not even going to ever use. Say, for example, you started recording, then stopped recording for some reason. The battery died, whatever. We want to get rid of those, make sure we have just the good takes. Here I'm only using three clips for the demo just to show you guys, so I'm not going to need to do any of that. No rogue clips in my timeline, huh? Cool. So the next thing we do is export this out for PluralEyes to be able to read the information. So we go up to File, Export, Final Cut Pro XML. Now you see I have a shortcut here just because I do this a lot. So the way you do that is go up to Premiere Pro, Menu, Keyboard Shortcuts. That's in the Edit menu for Windows. And you go to File, go to Export, and you can set the shortcut here by editing. So I'm going to do that, Shift Command M. This operation requires the project to be saved. Continue. Yes, why thank you, Premiere Pro. Goes ahead, does its thing. Okay, then it asks for a location for this file. I'm just going to overwrite the one that I already did. Save. Replace. Yes. Sometimes you might get this little report, and all that it means is that basically you have some files that PluralEyes, or rather Premiere Pro is thinking that it can't really identify, and that Final Cut, because that's what we're technically exporting to, won't be able to recognize it. But that's not important to us. As long as we get these 3 clips exported and in this sequence, we are golden. Okay, let's pop over to PluralEyes. Go to Open. Select the XML file, Open. It loads it up. And we go ahead, find that little sequence in the sequence selection box. And I believe that's this one. Cool. So indeed, our clips are chronological. If they weren't, then PluralEyes would just have to do a little bit more work to find them. And that's why it's a good idea to set them in chronological order to begin with. Use clip markers. This is a helpful function, but it requires you to do a lot of work. It basically is going to look for clip markers that are numbered. So you'd put a clip marker roughly in an approximation of the sync point on the video file as well as the audio file, and do that for every clip on your timeline. That's a pain in the ass, and I'm not going to do it. Replace audio. This function basically takes the in-camera audio that you must record. That's another important thing along with the sync points. You got to record in-camera audio so that there is a waveform for PluralEyes to compare the exported or externally recorded audio with. So those two waveforms have to be compared. That means you have to have two. It basically takes that audio, whips it out, throws it away, stomps on it, spits on it because it's awful, and then replaces it with the nicely externally recorded audio. And for this time, I'm not going to do that because I like to have a reference in case I need to, use the reference audio for something. I might need to actually use it within the final product just as a stylistic choice. Who knows? I just like to keep it off. Level audio. What it's going to do is try its best to level out the audio with the peaks and the lows to have a better chance of syncing successfully. So it takes a little bit more time, but I think it's worth it. Try really hard. Great function. Basically takes a little longer, chugs along a little harder, but it will do most likely that much better. If you have the leisurely time, use it. Enable multiprocessing. I suggest you stop what you're doing and let the machine chug away, because it'll do it faster. If you click this on, you'll be able to do other tasks while it's syncing, but I like to keep it on. Again, your choice, but this is my suggestion. We're done. Go ahead and click sync. It's going to chug along. I'm going to go get some tea and then come back and meet you on the flip side. All right, the sync is done. It only took a couple of minutes, but I canceled out because I kind of cheated. I've already exported it before. But in it, literally those 3 clips only took a few minutes. If you have more clips, obviously it's going to chug along much longer. But if you don't know where your file, your XML exported file is, it'll tell you right here. Let's go back into Premiere Pro, File, Import, or Command-I. I like to use shortcuts, Command-I. We locate our XML file with the suffix of synced. That's the one that we need to import. Does its thing and imports a whole huge folder. This is kind of an annoying thing that it does. It copies your folder structure and creates new instances of all your audio and your video. So you kind of have to live with that. But what we're looking for is this sequence. And it'll have a suffix of synced. If we press \, we'll be able to fit the whole sequence in our timeline. Go ahead and mute the in-audio track so we can see how well it did, or how poorly it did. One important thing is to always wear headphones while you're editing. But I just keep them off because I can't hear myself talk. And I love to hear myself talk. Let's go ahead and play this.
So what are we doing here on the ice?
A little less confusion on this one, a little less
We
process.
are.
Good, thank you. Are you ready?
We are. Is it your idea?
Everyone's wrong?
It looks pretty synced up, right?
I'm not sure I figure out.
I feel like we were getting water, and now we're just.
Let's I believe there's a slate here somewhere. You can use the plus or minus key to zoom in on a certain section of the timeline. Very handy feature, probably using it a lot. Okay, where is that? Hold on, folks. Stick with me. I know that's the beginning of the scene. Where's the slate? Help me find it, guys. Come on. Is it close? Alright, this is a joke now. Did we even have a slate person? I think I fired them. Unless it was my girlfriend, then she probably fired me first. Maybe we slated early on, huh? Yep, then we did that.
1, take 3.
Looks pretty good to me. Let's check this other one. So that'll happen sometimes. Sometimes PluralEyes won't be able to read it properly and it won't sync. And that's just the reality of it. So I'm going to pop on my headphones for this one. I'm going to do that for you guys. And we're going to do this manually. I'm glad that happened because it's almost like I planned it. The way I like to do it is to set clip markers. And I've set shortcuts for clip markers. And clear current I set to Shift Command 0 just in case I need to clear a marker. And then the standard shortcut for actually putting in a marker is the asterisk key. So we're going to go ahead and find the sync point of the slate. We're just going to go frame by frame. Ooh, that's a nice warpy effect, huh? There it is. Okay, we double click on our clip, asterisk key, and there, if you can see it, right there, is our marker. We do the same for the audio file. So now we have to kind of let go of the video, of the image, and just pay attention to the audio file.
Take 2.
And we're just kind of referencing the audio metering here to see when it peaks. I was way past. There it is. Hear that? That's the start of our sync point. Asterisks. Double click an asterisk. Then we're going to go out. Make sure your snapping is on. Shortcut is S. Go ahead and start dragging, and you see how the marker gets highlighted. That means that they are aligned. Let's go ahead and check this.
Point 1, take 2.
No, it's not. That twig didn't break. Everything okay?
Cool. That is pretty in sync. Get it? All right. Great jokes here, folks. Just a little bonus for you.
Oh.
Little down? Yeah, there you go.
Are we going from the beginning?
Slated.
My actors are
Scene
professional.
11, shot
I promise.
3.1, take 1.
George,
Yeah.
are we going from
Right. So I hope this helped you out. One last thing. To finalize this clip, and we can't very well work with this, so we're going to select our newly mastered audio clip, then Alt Shift click on the video. The theory behind that is that Alt lets you separate audio from video and Shift lets you select multiple clips at the same time. So we're trying to select the audio and video and then right click merge clips. This function is only available in CS 5.5. So I'm sorry to say for those of you that are CS5 and under, but there are workarounds and you can find them on the internet. This is the way that I do it. So click OK, creates a new file, merged with the synced audio. Beautiful. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Keep filming. All the best of luck, guys.
Danger zone.